Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Boys Do Sports. Today we're going to hit you with our first round mock draft 2.0. If you didn't watch our one last week, go ahead and watch it if you want. I think a lot has changed in the past week. A lot of players' draft stock has been fluctuating all week long. So I think this is going to be probably a little bit more of an accurate mock. And the number one pick, the Titans are still going Cam Ward. I think the Vegas odds for him right now to go number one overall is like minus 10,000 or something. So, yeah, if you put $10,000 down, you win one back. So, not a very good bet. You win $100 back. I'd take that back. It's a decent bet, all right? You win $100.
That's too much money to lose.
It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. All right.
Yeah,
number two.
Number one's
Browns.
pretty obvious. 2, Cleveland Browns. We're going to go Travis Hunter. I think Kirk Cousins will be a Cleveland Brown by draft night.
So I have been seeing Travis Hunter to the Browns has been heating up quite a bit, and that sucks a lot. I've started to really like Travis Hunter as a prospect on the Giants. So we're probably not going to get him, but that is fine because I do think the Giants will, no doubt in my mind, take Abdul Carter at number 3 if he's there. He's fucking phenomenal. That defensive line would be absolutely insane. It would be a nightmare to deal with. And, I think that it'd be fun to watch. The Giants would be back on the map.
Yeah, you guys are so lucky to be in that position. You get Abdul Carter or Travis Hunter. Like,
yeah,
that's awesome.
It's a win-win.
Yeah, that's awesome.
There's no way to mess this draft up.
Don't say that.
Yeah, no shit.
New England Patriots at 4. Honestly, I know everyone's saying Will Campbell is the number 1 tackle. I'm going Armand Mimbu.
That's what I'm talking about.
Dude.
See, now this guy watches my shorts. This guy gets it. He's seen me take Patriots. Mimbo is a dog. All right, best tackle in the draft. I've changed up in a complete week, but mainly because people told me to start watching a little more Mimbo tape, and I have. And holy shit,
gotta respect
is a monster in the trenches, bro. And the Jacksonville Jaguars, a lot of Jags fans disagreed with me here. I don't know why. If Mason Graham, if you need help on the defensive line, Mason Graham is great.
He is
I
going
would love
to
him
the
on
Jaguars.
The Giants, dude. Yeah. He's a great Jaguar. He's already a Jag.
You know what's weird? I keep seeing people saying the Jags are going to draft Ashton Genty.
You said that last week too, and I just don't see it. I don't see them taking a running back.
There's no way. Like,
they have a better chance of taking Tet over Genty.
Yeah, but Graham.
I don't see Genty. No way.
And the Raiders, I think they're going to take Genty, but I do keep seeing Dallas trading up to the Patriots at 4. Giving them the second and a second next year and taking Genty.
And swapping pick 12.
Yeah, and them getting pick 12 as well.
If we were doing a trade draft, that would be interesting to see it unfold. We're doing no trades here.
No trades. Genty is going to the Raiders with no trades.
With no trades? Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Genty to the Cowboys would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be a fun watch. It'd be a nightmare for me, but hopefully Abdul Carter would be able to slow it down. Let's see, the Jets. Mimbo off. I think they would probably lock down Will Campbell as a tackle. I think that's the way they have to go unless they went edge with Mike Green. That's a possibility. I'm going to go ahead and say they take Will Campbell at 7.
Yeah. I think the tackles are going to get taken quick this year.
Yeah, I think both tackles go top 10.
I think there could be a third tackle fall in the top 10. Honestly,
that's insane.
Yeah, it's gonna be weird. Panthers.
Josh Simmons is very good though, so I see it.
Yeah. Panthers. I really like Jalen Walker. He kind of plays that off-ball linebacker, kind of like Micah Parsons a little bit. It's not just a linebacker. He's kind of can be an edge rusher as well. But Jalen Walker to the Panthers, he's really good.
Yeah, I mean, he's underrated for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely on PFF standards. But, yeah, I've been seeing him go top 10 a lot, too. I don't know where this rank like 20 is coming from, but I think it's because they have them like just listed as like the wrong position, likely on PFF.
They need to just get defensive players.
Yeah, they need to load up on that defense, no doubt.
Yes.
I think the Saints probably the same exact way here. I think the Saints go Tet.
Okay.
I think he took Tet last time too, but I don't think Tet falls out of the top 10. The only other pick I could see the Saints making is Shadir, and I really don't see them going Shadir top 10. I just don't.
Mm-mm.
I think Shadir falls probably all the way down to my next pick in a couple minutes here. We'll get there in a second.
Chicago Bears at 10. They could use a tackle, but they really revamped their offensive line. And they could probably use an edge rusher. And I think I like Mykel Williams over Green. I mean, Mykel Williams, Georgia. I mean, you got to listen. You got to see what the Eagles have been doing, drafting Georgia defensive players, and see that they have the best defense in the league. So Mykel Williams to the Bears.
I mean, I think Mike Green and James Pierce Jr. are in just a different tier than the rest of the edge rushers in this draft, other than Abdul Carter. Obviously, he's in a rank all of his own. But I don't know, man. Mike Green's a beast. I think he's underrated just because he went to Marshall.
I think he's falling a little bit because I did see that he is having some off-the-field issues or something.
Oh, well, I mean, shit. And why are we talking about Mykel Williams? He went to the DUI fucking capital of the... okay, whatever. Dude.
Hey, Georgia.
Whatever,
Georgia
dude.
Defensive players are getting just skyrocketed now.
Yeah, I believe it. I like Malachi Starks a lot, too. 49ers, I'm going to stick with the same one. Talked about it all last time. They're going to go Will Johnson. They're no doubt in my mind. They're pretty much already locked into taking Will Johnson at 11.
Cornerback.
Will
Johnson.
Michigan.
Okay, so that puts us at the Cowboys at 12. I went Matthew Golden last time.
You sure did.
And you want to know what sucks that I keep seeing, but I'm not going to be upset about it? Omarion Hampton at 12.
Dude, I love Omarion Hampton.
And I'm going to do it because I keep seeing it, and as a Cowboys fan, I will not be upset. But I wish we could trade back to about 18, 19, get something, and then take Omarion Hampton there.
Yeah, I mean, that is ideal. But
Omarion Hampton at 12, everyone's kind of saying it's like when the Lions took
Gibbs.
Yeah, Gibbs after the Falcons took Bijan.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's a reach by any means. Definitely, there's it looks like a reach on paper, but it's not a reach. Marion Hampton's a dog. He's easily a first-round running back, no matter where you pick him. Who cares? If it's at 12, cool. If it's at 18, even better, dude. Whatever. The Dolphins. This is where I think we're going to have to switch it up a little bit. I think they either go Mike Green or J.I. Campbell. I went Malachi Starks last time because they did lose Javon Holland, so they will be needing to fill in that safety position. But I don't think they go safety first round, especially with all their needs. They could even go tackle here. They could even go Josh Simmons or Kelvin Banks Jr. So let's just go ahead and say they lock down Josh Simmons.
Josh Simmons, okay.
Tackle, Ohio State. They got to protect Tua in that $600 million contract or whatever they paid him. Something stupid.
So that puts us at the Colts, where I do think they're going to take Tyler Warren.
Yeah, I didn't think
if Tyler
we were
Warren's
change
there
off that one.
At 14, they have to take him.
Biggest need on the roster, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, besides for edge rusher, I could see them taking Mike Green. I mean, we talked about in the last video. I think literally any team ever could always take an edge rusher. It's literally a position that every team needs. You need depth of it all the time. Having an elite edge rusher is literally going to help you out more than it hurts you. So.
Yes.
Falcons. A lot of needs. Edge rusher, like as I said, every team needs an edge rusher. Jihad Campbell or Mike Green. I think it's a little bit of a coin toss here. I think they go. Let's go Jihad Campbell, linebacker, okay. Alabama.
I could see him going either way.
Yep, they need help on that defense.
100% could go either way. Cardinals, they honestly need a lot. But you want to know what I keep seeing? Matthew Golden to the Cardinals. I'm not going to do that because Cardinals need corner.
I don't see that.
Jahdae Barron is still on the board. So
yeah,
that's where we're going.
Well, the problem is they need a lockdown number one cornerback, and I'm not taking away from Jahdae Barron as a player, but that's not his game.
Yeah,
he's not an island cornerback. He is a in the slot press the slot guy, stop the run. That's his game. So yes, it would be a good one, but I think he would have to change his play style to fit over there. The Bengals. Let's narrow it down to all defensive players. What do we have left? What do we need most? I think we go ahead and pair Mike Green.
I like Mike Green going to the Bengals.
Yeah,
I think just makes a lot of sense. Pick. And the Bengals
and
don't
they need
care.
to replace Hendrickson if they don't pay him. So
yeah, for sure. So we got Jahdae Barron off the board. We got Mike Green off the board. So Seattle, they could go. Oh man.
It says they have a lot less needs than they do, but they have a lot of needs.
Yeah,
this team's not in great. It says they don't need wide receiver, and I think they need wide receivers still.
Yeah, I think they'll go edge because they just don't have a lot of edge. But I also could see them going D tackle. But with Shamar Stewart still on the board, I think that's where they're going to go. Texan.
Yeah, I like Shamar Stewart a lot. That's probably a pretty good fit. The Bucks. I have seen a lot that the Bucks probably aren't even going to pick in the first round. I think they're going to trade all the way back. Yep. But in the off chance that they don't, I think they go with Boston College's own Donovan Azunuka. I don't know how to Azuruka. I don't know how to pronounce that guy's last name, but I have seen a lot of it. I've seen him a lot in mock drafts.
Yes.
A lot of edge talent.
So Broncos are very sad that Omarion Hampton and Ashton Genty are not there for them. So I think they do pivot and go Matthew Golden.
Yeah, I mean, if they don't get proactive and try to trade up for a running back, they either have plans to take one in the second round because there's still going to be guys like Scatabo that probably drops to the third round. If you can get Scatabo in the third round as the Broncos, I imagine Sean Payton's very happy with that result.
Probably, yes.
Yeah. The Steelers. I think we're going to see our second quarterback fly off the board here. And since he's dropped all the way down here, I think Shedeur Sanders is going to look good in the black and yellow. He's a Steeler.
It's a fit, honestly.
It's a great fit.
Yeah, I like it, and it's possible.
Yeah, as long as Sanders passes by the Saints at 9, he will fall all the way to 21. Nobody else is taking a quarterback. Maybe the Colts.
But
the Chargers, I don't think so.
No way.
They could. I'm just saying they could.
I know,
but I don't think so.
Chargers at 22. We're going to go Colston Loveland, tight end.
Yeah, I think you did this one last time, too.
Probably.
Two tight ends.
A lot of the mock drafts I do, someone ends up taking Warren top 10, and Colston Loveland goes to the Colts. But
all right, so that leaves us with Green Bay. We still have Malachi Starks on the board. He's a beast. I think you either go him or Kenneth Grant. I think they go. Let's pair Malachi Starks with Xavier McKinney.
Okay.
I think that helps out that little D-back core they got building over there. Malachi Starks is way too good of a talent to not take him at 23 if he's there.
Yeah, and I mean, Do you know who has better odds to be the first safety draft?
Who?
Nick, or no. What is his name? The Eman Wari and I can't even say his name honestly. But he has better odds to be the first safety drafted. Nick Eman Wari.
Man, yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, he has
I
better.
like Xavier Watts more than I like him.
But I'm taking Nick Eman Wari for the Vikings.
All right, that's probably a pretty good fit, but I mean, like that looks like a hell of a reach on paper.
It seems like it, but that's just how it's going right now.
I think this is what we did last time for the Texans. We're gonna pair up old Ohio State teammates Amike Ibuka with C.J. Stroud.
That's not bad.
I think they were teammates for 1 year.
I couldn't tell you.
I'm trying to remember because his wide receiver roster that he played with was insane for one singular year. I just can't remember if Ibuka was part of that.
For the Rams at 26, Kelvin Banks is still on the board, and I don't think he'll still be on the board here for the Rams, but they're going to take him if he is.
Yeah, Kelvin Banks is a beast, but I mean, there's still a lot of it's like, do you draft BPA or do you draft from need?
Yeah.
So I think that's what we're going to end up seeing a whole lot from these teams that are drafting basically from the Cowboys all the way down to the Steelers. So all those could be interchangeable.
Mm-hmm.
There's no telling, really. The Ravens. I think the Ravens go ahead and beef up that defensive line and take Walter Nolan.
Over Kenneth Grant?
I like Walter Nolan over Kenneth Grant, yes.
Okay.
I think Kenneth Grant was a byproduct of his teammate down there in the trenches, Mason Graham. I think he just, it's easier to get. I don't know how to explain it, man.
No, you're good. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we got the Lions at 28. Edge, offensive line, cornerback. James Pierce is still on the board.
Yep. Still a beast, man. Pair him up with Aiden Hutchinson.
Yeah, we gotta go James Pierce.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's still a good pool.
That's a steep fall for him.
So I don't know if the Commanders can pass up on Siobhan Revel or Trey Amos at cornerback because they do need help in that secondary. But this is a tough one. I think I went Trey Amos for our last one. Derek Harmon's also a guy that you could take on that. Let's go ahead and take Kenneth Grant on the Commanders. Beef up the D-line.
Okay. So that leaves us with the Bills at 30. We need a cornerback, edge, D-tackle, safety. Ooh, Kenneth Grant would have been a great pick there.
Fit on the Bills, yeah.
We could go edge. Nick Scourton's still on the board. Yeah, we're going to go Nick Scourton, edge, Texas A&M.
Yeah, I do see a lot of edge rushers dropping all the way off in the first round.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's going to be a single one left in the second round. Let's see, the Chiefs. I think they go ahead and keep this guy in state. Give the Chiefs Luther Burden III.
You think so?
I think if they go wide receiver, it would be something to see. That's all. Do they have other needs? Yes. If Kenneth Grant falls off, I don't think they go Derek Harmon at 31. I think they're going to go wide receiver. They could go Derek Harmon at 31. It's very likely, but I want to see Patrick Mahomes light up Luther Burden, man.
Yeah. Safe. Okay, so we got the Eagles, Super Bowl champions, at number 32. And, they need edge rusher, too.
Pretty much. They lost a lot of people on that defense.
Yeah, they need safety.
It says they need corner. I don't think they need corner.
Well, actually, I think they could use a good corner. and another good safety.
I mean, no,
but
I think they need safety more than corner.
I think they're just going to take BPA here. And Gray Zabel, he can play guard as well. So,
yeah, you were saying that last time he was listed as
he's listed as a tackle on some
in.
sites, and he's listed as a guard on other. But I've watched a little bit, and he can play both. So I'm going to go ahead and say the Eagles take BPA.
Gray and just Zabel.
I don't know. I don't think they need a corner either. Like,
I mean, yeah, I don't think that's something you
it's
take
not
in the
a
first
need
round.
necessarily.
Yeah,
They could probably upgrade.
BPA there. Well, I like that a lot. I mean, that's a lot different than our mock draft last week. So, I mean, this is definitely a step up. It's probably going to change again next week. So we might make another one the week before the draft. Let us know in the comments what you agree or disagree with, and yeah, we'll see you then.